Welcome to For the Record podcast. This is episode 1. My name is George Miller Jr. I am a vinyl record collector, specifically collecting rare soul oldies. I dabble in funk now a little bit, 60s funk, but mainly rare soul oldies and sweet soul records. So I've been doing this since 1996. I have my panel of guests right here. We're going to be interviewing record collectors and people who contributed to the oldies culture. And to my right, we have
Pebbles. I'm a tattoo artist, and I've been listening to rare oldies since I can remember.
There you go. To my left is...
Hey, how's it going? I'm Mike Noriega. I own Noriega Records. I've been in this for a minute. You know, it started in the 80s, but have my own record label and still deal records, sell records, live records. My life is pretty much, anything to do with music, but obviously rare vinyl, and rare tunes. Most of my stuff that I'm selling now on Instagram is obviously a little bit on the lower side. That's just the new panel. The new people that are buying the records are, coming up, beginners, and they're trying to get their collection started, and keeping it real and just love the game. Live for the game.
Exactly.
I got to my left right here. Who do I got? I got the interview master right here. We're gonna interview him.
How you doing? I'm Tokers Oldies, and I'm here to support my brothers and have a good time and play some rare music. And thank everybody for contributing to my shit. And thank you, Tokers Oldies.
That's right. So if you're into oldies, if you're into like rare oldies, which is a unique subculture of the oldies, it's been like 30 years, in my opinion, since like the rare oldies, quote unquote, kicked off. And we're telling the stories, we're telling the history. And this is my first guest for a reason, Toker, because he was the first CD I stumbled upon when when I was going down the rabbit hole of rare soul music. So I'm honored to have him here and to interview him. And this is for you. So if you're into oldies, if you're into vinyl collecting, if you're into sweet soul records, music, lowriding culture, this is the podcast for you. Subscribe and like us. And we got plenty more of collectors and contributors on this show going forward. So this is episode 1 with the one and only Tokers Oldies. So Larry, his name is Larry Campos, by the way, Tokers Oldies. He's been on my radar to try to interview for a very, very long time. A little something about myself. Back in 2018, I was doing a podcast on, what's that format called? SoundCloud. And it was called the Soul 101 podcast. And I was interviewing, contributors and record collectors, kind of like what I'm doing today. But this is more on, we're on YouTube now. And so we hope to like reach the masses and have you guys find us to get this cool info. So I've been, like I said, collecting, and I've been interviewing these contributors. And Larry was really hard to find. He was my number one guy that I always wanted to interview because he's the one who started it, straight out. So I've interviewed other guys who contributed in the same era, and those were beautiful interviews. But we have Toker here, so this is just a big deal for me as a collector to be interviewing Toker. Just to have him here in the room is a very, very big deal for me. So let's get into it. Toker, Larry.
Yes, sir.
I'll call you Toker. I know you like Toker better. Yeah. So Tokes.
Larry, I was like,
man,
Larry,
what got you into collecting rare soul vinyl records?
when I was real young, my pops, he was, they used to dance around the house and play 45s and, doing all kind of the doo-wop.
Yeah,
like that.
doo-wop.
And then I started hearing music, and then one of my older homies, Big Sugar Bear, he was really into the rare stuff. And then I just, wow, what is that? Next thing you know,
is that David?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, David.
Yeah,
Acosta.
David Gardena.
Yeah, David Acosta, Sugar Bear.
Yeah, I know Sugar Bear.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And, he...
I know Sugar Bear, too. I'm just letting him talk.
No, but it's cool that we know somebody that, it's like the same people.
Sound like a candy, yeah.
Yeah. He was
Sugar
playing,
Bear.
He was playing that sweet soul candy.
Oh, yeah. And, Big Sugar Bear, David Acosta, he had his own little style and stuff, and I sit there when I was a kid.
Right.
And just like, whoa, what is that? What is this? And then I just went back home and started my own stuff. I learned how to where I can buy the records, and then
I take it you guys were like making tapes and stuff like that.
oh
correct?
yeah, oh yeah, we're making cassettes.
That was the
for
format. You know, you had to
Yeah.
make a tape back then.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like no
Yeah,
CDs.
tapes all day, $10 a pop.
Yeah. So that's how I remember it as well.
Oh yeah, and it just went on from there. I met a couple of people that were selling records, and then I went to go buy them, and then okay, well I got this, and I'm like, well I never heard that. And then,
Right.
You know, I just kept going and going, and I made my own style, and it created Tokers Oldies.
So you're from what city are you from?
I'm from Gardena, California.
That's right. And what record stores did you frequent back in those days? There was a lot more record stores back then too. By the way, actually,
They're
There's
probably
a lot
getting,
more- yeah,
probably
they're back.
equal out now. Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of record stores that are back functioning. But back then, there were record stores.
Yeah, they're out in Hollywood.
Could you remember a few names or you just locations?
Yeah, I've been hit in the head too many times.
Probably Golden Oldies.
Golden Oldies. I was going to say
Golden Oldies
Oldies.
was one of the ones, or
American Music.
American Music
It's one
Company
of
with
them,
Mondo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Golden Oldies was
if you had to get a record and it was some oddball thing, you had to go see Mondo. You had to go see him. There's nobody else. So, I mean, that could find that record you really wanted,
or give you the backstory on that record.
or Val Shive.
Because you could go see Thelma Cook over at
Yeah,
Golden
Golden
Oldies,
Oldies, yeah.
and but you had to go like dig up your stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was in Inglewood.
Yeah, Inglewood. Yep.
Yeah.
I used to go there.
Yeah. Did you ever hit any of those spots like that was like, you know, in those days were those like haunts for you? Did you used to like, or just people just used to bring them to your pad like, hey, this is the new rola that I got. You swipe, pow, check it out, and then you put it on the turntable like, oh shit, I don't have this, and I'll buy it.
No. I would just go to the shop, and then
Pick it up.
they'll just be like, okay, you heard this one, you heard this, and I just whoa. And then when the dude seen what kind of style of music I liked,
Yeah.
then he would just send me a cassette, a couple, maybe, 40, 50 seconds of it.
Little snippets.
Yeah, and I'll be like, okay, you know what?
That's how they tease you.
Yeah, I want that one.
Yeah, he was a good drug dealer.
I call him Scarface, so oldies.
And he put the pile of cocaine right in front of you, like,
Buy it.
don't sniff it all at once, eh?
Buy it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. But yeah, I mean, just like that, and I would listen to a little bit. Nah. Okay. And it just got bigger and bigger.
So you found your style and you knew what you liked and that's what you pretty much picked out
Yeah.
from back in those days.
Yeah, that's how I started it like that.
Yeah.
There's a certain feeling, and I'm like,
Well, those are good records, man. Let me tell you, you picked out some really good records.
oh yeah, and I was, oh man, what a shit! Gotta have that one, and it
So
just grew.
Yeah. So you've been doing that for a couple years, right? And then the internet hits, right? I heard stories from your brother Chile that you've been dealing with John Manship a little bit,
Yeah,
doing some online ordering, some back in the day.
Yeah, but it was really slow back then.
Yeah, it was a different time back then. There wasn't a lot of collectors like there is today.
No, not even.
It was just a handful of people, and it was like a really underground type of circuit, type of scene. Like if you weren't collecting records, you didn't know nothing about us and what we were doing.
Yeah, because you play it in the car and you're driving around your neighborhood, and people are like, "What's that? What is it? What is it?" Listen,
That was it.
Listen, that's it.
Yeah. You bump in those tapes, and people
They wouldn't tell you the information. They'd like keep that shit on lock. Like if you wanted to know the title, it was like we always tell that story with with Renee's brother Julio. Be like, hey, what's that rola? And he'd be like, oh, that's the condoms on prophylactics.
Yeah.
Go find it, fool.
Yeah.
Like you ain't gonna find this one, or the Cheerios on General Mills.
Yeah. So back then, like there was definitely gatekeeping, and I understand why now.
They're
because
protecting.
they're protecting like their sound and
But by him putting out CDs,
That's
kind
what
of
broke it
that's
open.
what broke it open.
So let's skip forward a little bit to you finally.
Yeah.
How did you get the idea, or because you've been making tapes now? We covered that. You're collecting records. You're picking out your stilo, and now all of a sudden you're doing what that makes you spark to like, hey man, I'm gonna release the CD called Tokers Oldies ultimately?
Well, I had a manager back then, and I don't want to say his name,
Got it?
but yeah, but yeah, he got me started like that. We can do this, put it on CD. My cousin from the Funky Aztecs, Rick Parada, and a few other people, and it just went from there.
Wait a minute, back up. You say Funky Aztecs?
Yeah,
That's your primos?
yeah.
Holy shit. So, Funky Aztecs, they're a hip hop band, correct?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. Okay, this is crazy.
Yeah, from Vallejo.
So you didn't know that shit.
Yeah, V-Town, Vallejo.
It's a miracle. George didn't know something about the fucking past.
Yeah. So yeah, that's dope. So
How do you know him? How do you know the Funky
So-
Aztecs?
just from listening to hip hop too.
Oh, yeah.
Growing up listening to hip hop, underground hip hop, just hip hop in general. I've heard the name Funky Aztecs.
Oh, okay, got you.
And the Chicanos, no? I mean, they're the raza.
Oh yeah, all day, all day.
That wasn't
Alright.
that was your. No, I was gonna say, was that your old connect or what?
No. Like he said, they're from Vallejo.
Oh, okay.
So you have primos from.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Those are your primos, obviously. So
Oh yeah, Sapo Loco and
Sapo Loco, yeah.
oh man,
Yeah.
like a lion.
Yeah. Yeah, that's 90s right there, for
yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah, and we just what's that, and I just went from there.
That's cool.
So your manager was based here or up in Vallejo?
Up in V-Town.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got to remember, probably at that time, it was probably like almost fucking impossible to get your rola on a CD, period, and then to have it labeled and to have all the fucking names and all the the
Good
artwork
point.
and all that shit. It's like I never put on no CDs, but I can imagine just now what I'm going through just with the rolas and the 45s in today's age is a bitch. I can imagine fucking 94.
Yeah.
93, 94.
It's gotta. It was probably like a dream. Like
It was like a breakthrough thing
miracle.
because, like I've never, back in the day, in the 90s and late 80s, it was tapes. This is when the transformation from tape to CD was like happening, and hip hop and stuff like that. But to see an underground oldies tape or music on a CD and have it be packaged for the cultura to like for me to like pick up on it, like, well, there's some lower, they're sliding right behind me.
Mm-hmm.
You see like 54 Chevys on the cover, and it's gonna get your attention, so that's exactly what it did. The great marketing strategy. So that was like a first time ever like that I experienced, like, and then we didn't know what the music was gonna be on it. So
You both
Yeah.
you both probably had the same feeling though, like between this man and you probably both had the same feeling when you saw that CD and you saw Tokers Oldies and
Yeah.
you knew you were Toker, and it was, the feeling had to be incredible. Or you see Gangsters of Harmony or Lost and Found, and he's in the back and he says, oh, put together by George Miller. You see your name on an actual product that's going to possibly be, not so much back then it was going to go in a store, but
Right.
you knew if you handed it to somebody and then their cousin got it and their
Yeah, that was your- that was
familia
your-
got, that was like your stilo right there.
that was your calling card right there.
Yeah.
So you had the idea to brand something, put your name on it, basically, and
and
you
now it's a legendary story.
yeah. How many CDs did you make for the people out there that don't know?
6.
Wow, total 6.
Yeah.
I know of 3.
No.
So that's dope.
They just never got promoted right and put out right. But
So you have 6. Yeah, you're sitting on 6 still, but three are the known ones that are
Yeah,
out there
those are-
circulating.
the first and main ones.
That's amazing, brother. We got to get those other 3 out somehow.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you
Actually, all of it out.
Yeah, you still have copies?
Yeah. That's what me and my little brother were working on that to get these things out because it's been too long.
Well, man, it's a homecoming to have you here with me, bro. Like, for real. Like, a little bit of myself. Like Toker made these oldie CDs, and what's on these CDs is very incredible music. I wish I could play something right now. I wish we had a little portable record player to play some 45s. I should have thought of that and brought that here. But yeah, I mean, if you guys look up Tokers Oldies on YouTube, and you'll hear the rare oldies. I mean, fast forward, it's 30 years now since this music has been exposed and circulating, and this music gets taken back before YouTube. There's a lot to tell here. There's a lot to unpack. So I'm gonna go to the very beginning, just briefly. I'm gonna let Toker keep talking, but I gotta say these things first.
Well, just so people understand.
So people understand watching. Yeah,
you
back in the '90s,
new viewers that are,
back in the '90s, man, there was no internet, there was no YouTube. It was just collectors like doing this. What he did was breakthrough. Putting them on CD. That was the first time I ever seen something. A compilation of that caliber on a CD, and it inspired me, because I was collecting doo-wop at that time. I was like 18 years old, 17, 18 years old, and I was collecting doo-wop. I have my own story, but we're not here to talk about my story. We're here to talk about Toker, but I was collecting records at that time as well, and it caught my attention, and we listened to the CD. It was mind-blowing, and it ultimately inspired me to like start digging for that sound that he had on his CDs, which is what we call today sweet soul or like rare oldies, because back then that's exactly what it was. Rare, it was underground. Nobody knew it because a lot of these records were like, from the Midwest or from back east. They weren't really particularly found in the Los Angeles region, and if they were, it was because someone from Detroit or Indiana or Chicago moved to California, and they opened a record store, and they brought their records with them, and that's how some of us got to get those gems early on and get our hands on them, because I don't know, for some reason they caught your attention. It's almost like destiny, when you get your hands on those kind of records, and what we did with them. But Toker, what else did you do in '94? Because that's about the time when the CDs dropped. So you started marketing them.
Yeah.
Did you sell them yourself, or how did that go down?
No, I had a lot of help because I was young and I didn't know how to do all that.
Correct.
Yeah. How old were you at that time?
24.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
I didn't know what to do. It was their idea. Okay, let's put this out, and come on, bam, bam. So
you had the music.
Yeah, I had the music, and then we just put it together, and that created Tokers Oldies.
That's right.
And it was a lot of it I didn't really hear before, and then I just would play them. Excuse me. And then just, put it here, put it there. This goes with this, and just started put it all together.
Yeah, because it was a totally new sound back then. We're talking like the Royal Chessmen begging you. We're talking the Attractions, Find Me. We're talking about the Whatnots, Try Me. We're talking about like all these.
Yeah, those are earth-shattering songs.
Yeah, those are like mind-blowing songs to be heard back in that era.
Yeah, when I first heard the Royal Chessmen.
Yeah, that was.
Sha-la-la-la. Yeah. Just goosebumps. And
yeah, for sure, right? Thank you, Cardinal, for sharing. What you did, man. That really, it changed the whole dynamic of the oldies culture, because oldies culture before that was, East Side Story.
Yeah, doo-wop.
Yeah, I really gotta say that, man. Like without those CDs that he put out first, and then inspired people like yourself. Sal Rodriguez, which did the Lost Soul Oldies compilations.
Robert Ramos.
Yeah, Robert Ramos, Underground Oldies. And, obviously all the keep runners. You had Soulful Things.
Nick Aguirre.
Yeah, all this kept happening. And before you know it, I'm going down to I was in a CD collector, but it was the format. I was a record collector, but I was buying those CDs because I wanted to learn the music. And then now I have something I can go chase. Like
right.
I can go out there and Discovery, a Gold Mine, or whatever, and try and find. Because back then there was no internet. If you wanted a record, you had to like mail order or put your auction bid in, and hope you win.
Yeah,
I'm sure he probably went through that same scenario.
Yeah, we used to dig through Record Collector, used to dig through Discovery Magazine. I mean, that's how I was doing my digging. Gold Mine, Discovery Magazine. We would like just buy blindly, like, hey man, this is a $5 record. It sounds dope. I'm gonna take my chances on it. I'm gonna buy it.
Or it's a good label. We know that label. Like everything on that label is really good. I'm gonna pay, $10 just because I know 50 of the records on the label are just amazing. Like OK label, I can remember buying everything on OK was just like really good, and to get a bad record on the label was just it was
hard to do.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, back then, I'm probably exaggerating. 10's too much. I mean, it was probably $3.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about.
Thanks guys for making it easier for the rest of us.
Yeah, so what happened in the 90s is pivotal because it laid the foundation for what's happening today. It gave the blueprint, it gave the information, and that's because it came from our heart, and we wanted to share our findings, right? Toker, you wanted to share this music with the gente, you know?
Oh yes, that's how I felt.
That was the sole purpose, and he had his name on it.
Yeah.
And it just got better and better. Next, radio shows started coming, and
Talk about that. I did hear you played these on radio too. I was unaware of that.
Yeah, up in the Bay Area, in Vallejo and Fresco, all over the Bay Area.
They just approached you, or how did that actually go down?
No, they just, like you said, approached me. They just, hey, Toker, what? Okay, yeah.
Well, I'm guessing because the Funky Aztecs were in Vallejo and those are your primos, they kind of lined you up a little bit, maybe? Is that how it went?
The main one is Rick Parada. He's the one that really helped me and got me out there.
That's dope.
And
are these shows archived, or that was just never archived?
I doubt it.
No.
Probably not.
I mean, those times, shit, man. It was,
back then in those times, you didn't really think of archiving really anything when you would go.
If they did, it was for a month.
Yeah. Or you put it on tape and you lose the tape.
No, you didn't think like that. Or they didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing. I was just making cassettes, and then next, let's make CDs.
Yeah. Well, that was cool that they had the plug.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, that was a groundbreaking move right there. Because I've never seen anything like it until I seen your CD.
Yeah, it just, nobody have. Not even me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're the first guy.
It just went from there, man. It just blew up.
Yeah, you inspired me, and I could tell you right now, it was just a domino effect. Everybody just inspired everybody else after that. But you're the one that started the first domino click, and you did a bang up job, man. Because, like you said, the Royal Chessmen, Attractions, Find Me, like that was just mind blowing to hear.
And imagine finding that record like he did at a record store, putting it on and hearing that for the very first time. We take it in so much, what do you call that? Like, do we take advantage and take it for granted?
Take it for granted.
Yeah, we take it for granted that, hey, because now it's a smorgasbord of music. You hit YouTube, and then it has an algorithm that finds all the next tracks that you would like anyways.
Yeah.
And it's just like falls into your lap. But back then it was like, man, I really got to go out there
and
really find the record. So that was the whole thing, is that I remember like what you went through. I remember being that person being like, okay, and I had my Fisher Price. And put the record on the portable and be like, oh my God, like wait till the homies hear this one, or wait till like Robert and Chuck, they were collecting soul and I was collecting doo-wop. But I remember finding soul records and being like, oh, this one I'm gonna get some good doo-wop out of them, because I wasn't really collecting soul as much as doo-wop. I was doo-wop. And I'd be like, well, man, I started listening to that record, I'm like, I ain't giving this up. This shit's the shit. Like, I don't like soul as much as I like doo-wop, but this one stays in the collection.
Yeah, because that sound was barely surfacing, and
that's a very good point to keep. I think the reason we're having the podcast really is not only to have one of the originals here, but and another original, but to have everybody here to see and to give to the masses that, hey, this is the real story, the real information.
Exactly.
This is not some, hey, I fucking made this up bullshit. This is like what really happened. And, not to like pat myself on the back, but I mean, fuck it, I was there.
You're a dealer.
I saw it. I was a dealer.
He was selling me the drugs. He was selling me records. He was my dealer.
Sal was buying it. Nick Aguirre was buying it. Tommy Sakura was buying them. I had the right heroin, homie.
Yeah,
and they were slamming the black wax.
The black wax heroin. That's a shirt right there.
I'll just take a joint.
Right? Too crazy. Yeah. So I mean, that's what this whole podcast is about. Is just to like let the masses know, if you guys found us, like the rare oldies culture, which you guys are hearing now, it all started from the back roots right here.
Yeah, this is the A.
This is guy number one.
We're on the A side right now. We'll be going to the B side, the C side. There's going to be so many sides to this.
Yeah, I'm going to interview as many contributors, like I said, and collectors that are, making an impact in this movement. So people like you could understand like where this came from and how it came from. Because like I was talking about earlier, before the internet, there was no YouTube and all that stuff. So people like Toker, Robert Ramos, Sal Rodriguez, myself, we were making oldie CDs. There's Tokers Oldies, Lost and Found came next. Lost and Found, Lost Soul Oldies, And to every story, there's like all these like underground collectors just started like emerging because it was becoming a thing, within the streets. And when the internet came around and YouTube came around, people would take our CDs and then they would create like a YouTube account, and then it would be like blah 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 oldies, and then they would have our CDs and they would upload this music onto YouTube, and then they would the people who created these CDs like would get no credit, like it would be like like blah 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 oldies.
It's my music.
Yeah, and then like
it's music I found.
Yeah, like pretty much
on the internet.
It would be Tokers Oldies. It'd be like Tokers Oldies, all the volumes, and people are now finding this music on YouTube, and then it would just be every person who ever bought a CD and uploaded it and created an account would be uploading this music that we shared on CD, and rightfully so. People could do what they want with the music. I'm not saying nothing about that. I'm just saying we kind of got lost in translation when that happened because we had no identity for that. So people never really like said, "Hey,
it was nobody's fault."
Yeah, it was no one's fault.
I don't blame. I look at it like this: in the '80s, if you were born in the '80s or even in the early '90s, which mostly people that are going after the music now are in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. So if you were born in the '80s or '90s, and obviously you weren't gonna go listen to music anyways. If you were, it was what your jefita played or your mom or dad, whatever. Obviously your family played and got you into it, or right. Like he said, his pops was showing him, records. I think that since the format was internet at the time, people missed their credit. Like, so the people, like, it got jumped over, and that's the whole purpose, like you said, of the podcast, is the people that got jumped over. Hey, let's explain what really happened. Here's the backstory. Here's the truth. Here's the facts. And now you decide what was OG or who's OG in this. And not to say it is what it is. Like, the truth is the truth. It's never gonna be a story that's untold. It's now that it's coming out, so the story will be told. I think my heart of hearts, the whole reason I came to this panel was to say, hey, you know what? I give it up to those, guys like yourself and guys like Toker, everybody that put out those volumes. Even though you didn't write the song and you didn't write the music, you still kind of like just unearthed it. Like, right. It just came from like, hey, what did I find here? Oh, okay. These people don't have no recognition. Let me put their music out there. And then when we find an artist from those times, man, we praise them like gods, bro.
Yeah, we track them down. We try to praise them. And
people on my label, I have 29 artists, and a lot of the artists, they were like Young Hearts, Ron Pryor. I give him, dude, he calls me, Mike, I love you, man. Shit, God bless you, brother. I made more money with you than I ever did anybody else because nobody paid.
Yeah.
But these guys never made any money, but they made great music.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the story. That's just my opinion. I'm giving the rundown. So these CDs get uploaded on YouTube, and the account holder, he's now starting to get comments, and people are like, "Hey man, what jam is that?" and whoop-de-woo, and some of the account holders, and I get it, but they kind of claim it to be like their music, like gracias, appreciate you stopping by.
Oh, they weren't putting the titles?
No, they gave no titles.
Gotcha.
Before YouTube, I had we would download on LimeWire. That's what I can remember.
Well, LimeWire was like a rip-off of YouTube.
I can't remember what was first, but I first remember.
Or Napster.
That one too.
Yeah. But I don't think Rare Oldies was on LimeWire or Napster.
Yeah, it was. Some of it was. Yeah.
And if there was, then maybe that's
where I would usually get.
Okay.
Yeah.
But see, that's good info. She's from that era to where she like kind of grew up in an internet based life. So if you didn't have those stations, you would not hear the music, and definitely now they're just barely going to hear the backstories. But I didn't know that. I never knew that was the case, that they wouldn't put. I know some of them did that. It'll just say like the title, "Find Me," and that's it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see attractions.
Right. Or not even that. Like I said, like whoever the account holders are wouldn't put, and they don't have to, but I'm just saying this is how we got lost in translation. No one put like Tokers Oldies Volume 1 and then like all the track lists.
They didn't give this guy his credit.
He didn't give him no one gave him the credit.
Even though they were uploading it from the CD.
They were uploading the CD.
Yeah.
And then, people were commenting on the songs, and then the account holder would be like, "Gracias for stopping by. Glad you liked the music from my collection."
Yeah.
you know, keep it going. And then you have that, and then over the years, that happened times 10,000.
Yeah.
So now you have everybody copying and pasting and uploading this music with different,
they would
different
just steal it all,
photos, different
steal it all,
this,
yeah.
different that. And
Which is the music business.
yeah. But I mean, that's how Toker got lost in translation, you know.
Yeah.
That's how some of the pioneers got lost in translation, because they're the ones who, if it wasn't for him making that CD, those songs would never be on the internet. It just
because the CD thing wouldn't have continued. It wouldn't.
Right.
It would have been if he was just selling those CDs in his local neighborhood. Then I mean, maybe somebody would have drove out of the hood, went to another city, and be like, "Hey, check out this CD," and it kind of would have got passed a little bit.
But I'm thinking before that, if this CD never existed, there'd be no CD to upload on YouTube.
Got you. Yeah, that's
If he didn't share what
at the
he
core,
did,
at the core
of it,
yeah.
if he didn't share what he did for the culture, I mean, I don't even know if I'd be collecting right now. You know, it's that dramatic. It's so.
Yeah, you wouldn't have fell into the rabbit hole.
Yeah, I would have never.
You would have never fell into the rabbit hole that you fell into.
I would have probably just stayed with doo-wop and who
so
knows?
You don't even know what you did, Larry.
Yeah, you don't even know what you did, bro.
You created a bunch of monsters out there, man.
That's good monsters.
Yeah. Very good monsters.
But no, at least it's something that you can look back and say, man, I started this, and now
definitely.
Now you're kind of ending it in a way to where it's all like it's a climax. It's like, all right, now I'm finally, you could have your orgasm, homeboy.
So you were speaking. So Pebbles, when did you, start hearing this music? Like, what got you into it, and how did you like find this music, and what made? I mean, obviously, you liked it, but
so my dad used to actually listen to a lot of Spanish oldies, and that's where it started. And then after that, it was what?
Like ballads, huh?
Like here's some years.
Yeah.
Like
not ranchera, but like ballads,
no,
like
it would be
oldies.
like Pedro Infante, like stuff like that, like stuff like that, like
Did
you know what I
he
mean,
have,
like
like
old, and then
boleros.
and then he started with some I don't know, I can't even recall because I was so little, but I was always very intrigued by it as I got older, and then after that it just kind of ventured off because it must have been right when you guys were starting everything up and everything was actually getting sold at like the swamp meet and stuff. So I started with like, the Art Bow, and then afterwards I actually wanted to dig in deeper because I was like, this can't be it. I keep listening to the same stuff over and over. So then that's when I found, Tokers Oldies, and I would meet other people, that all kind of would collect
all the different
collect CDs.
collect CDs.
Yeah.
and then that's just how it just began, and then just kept getting deeper and deeper as the years went by. And deeper to me is not like deep like you guys. It was just hoping to find, that type of like.
We're
music.
nerds. I know that. Yeah, we're nerds.
No, but that's
I
cool.
speak for me and George. We're definitely nerds when it comes to this whole thing.
What year was that?
Dang, man. Oh, that was probably like when I like 1999.
Oh,
okay.
2000.
So yeah,
that makes a lot of sense because that's when it would really start to pop. After 2000 and up, is when the
floodgates opened.
Yeah, what was the first year of Gangsta Soul Harmony? It's 2000 something, right?
2005 was the first year of Gangsta Soul Harmony. Yeah,
and that's to me like some of my favorite volumes were those because those were from like an extreme record collector. I mean, it was his volumes, but I could tell when I heard those volumes, I was like, oh, this guy's fucking nuts. Like he's crazy. Like there's some shit on here that I only know about and no one knows about, and he's got the record, and it's like, where did he find the record? Like this just can't be. Like this is impossible. And I got to know him because I'm a good drug dealer. I was like, all right, where's my customer? Because this is the guy that's gonna buy kilos right here. Yeah. So if I'm gonna move if I'm gonna move weight, I gotta know that this is the guy. And I got a phone call from him one day, and it was like, fuck, what was it, like midnight or 1 a.m. or some shit? And it was this fool, and he's like, hey man, do you have this record? And I'm like, yeah, I got it. And what about it? You know what fucking time it is? And he's like, oh man, he goes, I gotta have it. I'll give you $1,000. And it was that Little Caesar and the Euterpeans is the way they say their name.
Little Caesar and Euterpeans on trail.
Yeah, see, he knows it. Euterpeans. And I'm like, it's a piece of shit. In my mind, it was
he didn't like it.
I was like, $50 record, bro. And this guy's giving me $1,000. I'm like, hey, are you on your way?
He's like,
are you fucking driving here now?
Are you on your way yet?
Like, come on, baby. Like I got what you need. Come on,
Yeah.
come
So-
and get it.
So
He
back-
did. He drove over to the house that night.
yeah, I went to go get it. Yeah.
He got he was in West Covina. He drove all the way out to my pad. And I was living in Corona.
This is 2006.
6.
Yeah.
What year did that song come on CD?
I like literally that like the next year or that year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was making my compilation. But anyways, back to Toker, man.
Yeah.
What else do you recall? Doing in like the 90s as far as like the Tokers Oldies series? Did you want to like make? You said you had 6 volumes, so those other 3 CDs never even got made. So ultimately, you probably did have more aspiration for what you wanted to do, right? You wanted to keep making more CDs because only 3 came out that we know of.
Yeah. The other 3, I think they got bootlegged.
They got bootlegged.
Yeah.
So how though? Did you like release them to somebody?
He
No,
probably-
no, I'm just fucking around.
Oh, okay.
No, they didn't get bootlegged, but it just I didn't have the right things to get
Just
them
drop
put
that
out
shit.
right.
Nothing lined up
Yeah.
for that to happen.
Yeah, so they just
He just got rid of them locally, probably.
yeah, but
Yeah.
you know. But
No, did you
they still were there.
did you ever make them? Like, did those other volumes ever exist?
He said physicals.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
But did you sell those to stores or like that was
No.
just like a little
Just
local?
Just local.
homies and
Okay.
local people and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
so those are probably worth a lot of
Oh man,
money.
yeah. That's,
Yeah,
see,
those
that would
things.
go crazy right now.
Yeah. Go, hey, go, Toker, go home. Go in your garage. Take my number down.
Yeah, find those.
No, being serious now. Take my number down and then give me a call, brother. We'll make a deal.
Hey, Chili, go to the trunk.
So
I got 'em
behind
in
me,
the trunk right now.
I know of the 3 volumes, but you and your carnal Chile, they brought a thumb drive, and that picture right here behind me,
Yeah.
that was volume 4 that I just learned. I really didn't know that there was a volume 4 circulating out there.
That's volume 2.
So
Is this
Yeah.
volume 2, right?
no, that's the Toker's logo.
Oh, the logo.
That's volume 1. See,
volume
these
1,
are the iconic CDs that are.
I remember
behind
the
me.
yellow one or the gold one. It looked like, I think it had the same.
That's volume
car.
3.
Oh, okay.
So that's going in order. That's volume 2, and then volume 3 is going to slide behind us. But there's one with the war face on there, and that to my knowledge, I didn't really know about that
That's the
one.
one I remember. I have this one.
Yeah, and then so tell me the story in volume 4. Did that get pressed as much as the other volumes, or did you just make a little bit of those?
A little bit of them.
That's okay. So that's the reason why. Because I never found those like out in the stores really.
No, not stores. We just had them on the streets of chill.
Okay,
Up and what happened?
that's cool. Okay, so
Yeah,
50 to
probably
100 copies are
something
made.
like
So yeah, that's like to the homies, and it's a wrap, you know.
Yeah.
So those are probably very like valuable if someone has an original
Yeah,
one.
oh,
I mean, by
yeah,
today's
limited-
standards, because like I
limited.
said, we're 30 years later,
Yeah.
and we're
Yeah,
talking.
because they're begging me for your CDs all the time,
I don't even
or
have
mine,
one.
even my
Yeah.
own. I don't have any, and,
Yeah.
I only did a couple CDs.
Well, that's the thing, you know, like we're just trying to give back to the people and put them back in the spotlight where they belong. You know, like Tokers, to me, Tokers CDs should be just as in demand as our CDs, you know, because like in my opinion, if you're a collector and you're collecting CDs or you're collecting records, you know, you always going to have the original. So Tokers is definitely the original series, in my opinion. And yeah, man, hopefully, now that we're meeting.
Yeah,
and,
I think now that this is here and Toker's here,
we're gonna do something,
Yeah.
man. We're gonna help you out. We're gonna get that shit back on track and back functioning.
second show should definitely
Not
be
that
like-
it ever died, because people, like you said, people have been bootlegging your CD and the name's been living on. But
Yeah.
like
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
you're not getting your shine with it. So that's wrong, you know, in my opinion. So that's why we're doing this.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I'm ready, man, because I got the music. The music's here.
That's right.
The music here. So,
Do you still have those records
yeah,
that made Tokers Oldies? Do you still have some of those records?
yeah.
Oh man, that's amazing. That's dope.
He's like, no, they're mine. I got
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Chili's over there, like, damn.
I'm trying not to look at them.
Yeah. Are you collecting? I heard now that you might be collecting new records for future new volumes that you might be working on now. Due
Yeah,
to everything happening.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
yeah. My brother and I, Chili Man over there, he's on it. So
Yeah, we got Chili Man in the studio right here. You can't see him. He's right here in front of us though. But yeah, he's gonna, him and Toker are getting together, and I'll let you announce it, man. You guys are coming out with some stuff in the near future, right?
Oh yeah,
Yes. So be on the lookout.
So So like I said, I'm here to help in any way, shape, or form to make that happen for you guys. It's a homecoming, man, for sure. We would love to have you guys.
We can connect you to some of the stores that maybe you're not connected to anymore, and put the word out.
Oh yeah, your shit's gonna blow up, man.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, but I'm ready because you know what's hard is when you make one now. There's every song is on every fucking CD.
Yeah, that's the thing now. You know, like I said, there's been over the years in this rare soul culture that we call it now. Like you had collectors that just kind of domino effect and contributors who kept digging deeper. There's always guys who are outdoing each other, which is a good thing because that grows the culture. Yeah. And you guys, you know, the listener, you know, you have plenty of music, new music from guys like Toker, myself, and other collectors who bring this from out of nothing and put new shine on it. And you guys are hearing the records because of these collectors doing what they do. They dig it up and they share it. If none of us really shared this music and kept it to ourselves, we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. This rare soul culture probably wouldn't even exist. Like that's how I'm really passionate about that. You know, that's really what my focus is, to really keep the history alive and going, because there's not too many of us still standing around from this era of the 90s. I mean, there's less than like, as far as in like Los Angeles or California goes, there's like less than like a handful of people that I could, you know, name that actually contributed to hardcore that are still with us today. Yeah. And involved, you know, in the culture that it is that's now happening. You know, because now you have all kinds of bands, you know, singing oldie songs, rare oldie songs, these new groups coming out, and I love it. It's dope, you know, but it all started somewhere. It all started because of what Toker did, you know. So that's what this podcast is really spotlighting him.
Yeah, it's apples and oranges now compared to what was done before and done.
I think we might have Chili come on real quick just to like kind of like briefly explain some of the stuff that might be happening, because they're carnals and you know they're gonna be helping each other out, and I know Chili Man's gonna be pretty much, I think, the one running that. Yeah, I mean Toker's running it no matter what, but. Yeah, but Chili Man's gonna be the one.
He ain't running shit.
Yeah. That's what I said. Toker's the one. Back to Pebble. So, do you recall what you said? 1999. What other CDs do you recall other than Toker's? Do you remember any songs like that that really like caught your attention?
Or volumes?
Yeah, that volumes. Really stuck to you.
I'm not gonna lie. I got a little content.
Huh? Oh shit! Okay, you're good.
It's all good.
So
you don't remember none of the names then?
Yeah,
nah, not right now.
She can't remember right now. So we got Chili Man that's just jumping on with us right now. So he's putting the headphones on, and yeah, man, thank you guys for watching. And Chili Man, let me introduce people who you are.
How's it going? My name's Chili Man, Toker's little brother. Grew up in Gardena. I've been listening to Toker's music, man, since I was a little kid. That was what was being played every day in the house. Me and my sister Chacha, we, you know, moms and pops, they'd be at work or whatever. Tokes would get up. Okay, come on, get your asses up. Let's go. We start playing his records. We start cleaning the pad, cooking breakfast, all that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I got a lot of stories of Tokers Oldies, man, to tell you.
Yeah, man. So,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so how was it growing up, you know, under Toker's wing, you know, being his little brother?
Man, it was like, it was crazy because like I remember like listening, like hearing my mom and dad. Well, he was playing the records, and then they used to listen to KRLA.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they'd be playing dominoes and all that, doing their thing with their little age group and chilling. You know what I mean? So it was like we heard like the Brenton Woods and Me and Yous and all that. We were listening to that, but then this guy would come in and then just slap on some shit that we were like, me and my sister were like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Like, damn. And then. Yeah, he has some heaters, man. He would play stuff that we were like, damn, man, what was that? And then he even had stuff that he wouldn't even play. Like, I didn't even know that he had.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? And then he would just bust it out of nowhere, and then he'd be like, nah, you don't play your bomb shit like that.
Yeah, so those must have been.
Don't give up the secrets, man.
Those must have been his finds over at the at Golden Oldies or the swap meets.
Because I used to, man, when I was a kid, I used to go with them to the Rhodium.
The Rhodium.
Yeah, there was a spot at the Rhodium. This older black man and black lady. I don't remember their name.
What year was this?
Man, dude, I was like, I had to be probably about 7, 8 years old. So this is probably like
97.
No, earlier.
I was born in '83, so this is like, I'm talking, it's probably like '89, '90 or something.
Oh,
like that.
okay. This is before the CDs.
'91, something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Going with them to buy the records and going to Inglewood, right there by the juvenile court.
That's Golden Oldies, I think.
Market Street or whatever. It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely Golden Oldies.
Yeah, because I used to have to catch the bus out there. But I remember going right there to Golden Oldies, man, and him buying the records right there too. Yeah. Going to Greenspans with him to buy clothes. Like I was by his side like all the time. Like I was with my dad the same way. Like,
yeah,
because I was real close with my pops. Hey, is his birthday today? So
oh man, that's a blessing,
pops.
man.
Yeah, American Joe's happy
birthday to your pop.
I just want to give one more shout out to, man, our baby cousin passed away a couple weeks ago. Armando
Sorry
Campos,
to hear that,
Sapo Loco from the Funky Aztecs.
Condolences.
His son passed away.
Oh,
so
man,
I want to give our love and condolences to the
our
family up north.
Definitely our love and condolences to you and your familia.
And Campos for life. We love you guys, man.
That's right.
But yeah, man.
What's the future of Tokers right now?
So the future, man. We got a website coming. We got t-shirts coming.
That's right. He came through and blessed us real quick.
That's
Tokers t-shirts right here.
It.
That's one of the first ones.
I'm honored to have this, bro, because this is what inspired me, man. For real, like you guys don't even understand.
Mine's going in a picture frame.
Yeah, you guys don't understand, bro. Like the inspiration you guys did, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Gracias.
So, yeah, we got t-shirts coming. We got the website coming. We're gonna have a online radio show too that we want to do.
There we go.
You know, get that going.
That's right.
And you know, it's gonna and the online radio thing, it's gonna be like back in the days, like when I was a kid, like what he used to do. Because what used to amaze me about him, man, was that like it'd be a house full of people, bro, like
Packed
50
out.
people, bro, like gang of people, and this dude would be playing records, marinating meat, chopping onions.
Yeah,
he was doing everything at one time, keeping the records going, keeping everything.
He lived for it.
He was like the host, like everything in one. Like he was doing it all. Like I used to trip out on him. Like, damn, what the hell? Like, how is he doing this shit? Like,
Sounds like somebody I know.
And then I learned it from him. You know, because it was like one time he wasn't there on my birthday, and a gang of people came through because he told me, "Hey, pull up," and then. Everybody's like, well, it's on you. You better start playing some records, and you better start marinating that meat, and you better start doing. I'm like, shit. All right, so I just started doing it, and then it was funny. He ended up pulling up later on, and it was funny. He was like, oh, yeah, is that right? Okay. So, you know, it was, man, we had a lot of good times, man, and I learned a lot from him, I'll tell you that. I learned a lot about the music and everything from him. But, yeah, we got some funk coming out.
That's right.
He pushed me to do it. I wasn't really tripping on it, you know what I mean? But he was like, I want to put you out. I want you to do something. You're my little protege. I've been, schooling you since you were a little kid, and because I grew up listening to the oldies, and then I like funk and then rap and all that, you know what I mean? And I was just listening like to the regular funk, you know what I mean?
So regular funk being what, like 70s funk, like 80s funk?
Nah, the 80s stuff. Okay. 80s stuff. Like some 70s stuff, but it had to be,
slappers.
Yeah, it had to be some good stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. So you collect 80s funk?
Yeah. And, the rare stuff though.
Oh, that's what's up.
We're going the rare
boogie stuff.
The boogie, all right.
Well, it's all like the electro, disco, boogie, all that.
Yeah,
all that style.
Yeah, because some of those electro, disco crossovers, they all entwine because they use the same type of instruments.
Yeah.
So it all kind of goes together.
Yeah. So we're coming with some volumes of that,
and you're in charge of that then. You're putting that together.
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm putting that together. We're gonna start out with 2 volumes. Like I said, he pushed me to do it because we put something together like a while ago, and then I kind of was like, it kind of got like rushed. So I was like, nah, we need to do it right. You know what I mean? And I took some notes. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from a lot of people out there. I learned a lot from Boulevard Funk. I learned a lot from some guys from South Africa.
That's right.
Dudes from the UK.
Boulevard Funk.
France. Funk Freaks.
Yeah, of course.
And multiple other dudes from Orange County on YouTube that,
That's the home of that. That's the home right there.
They're just
home base.
DJs though. You know what I mean? They don't got like CDs out. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's the most.
It's dope though. Like I give them full respect, bro. Them dudes, they got some shit.
Throw down.
Hell yeah, man. They got some dope shit. You know what I mean? So, I got my little style that I like, and a little something, and I be getting down doing my thing. So we and Toker, he was like, come on, boy, let's go. We're going to do this. I'm like, all right, fuck it. We're going to do it. So
That's right. And you're buying the records. It's all from records.
This is all records. It's all records. And I don't care what the price is. I'm buying it.
That's
1,200, 1,300, 800, 500.
Yeah, that's what it is today.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get it and we're going to do it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about like, you know, does it matter to you if you buy? Well, in funk, it's a little different because I don't think there's too many reissues in that genre.
No, there is.
Is there? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not really familiar with that genre because I don't collect it.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Is there?
There's a lot. Oh, yeah, there's a lot. I come across a lot of them.
Are you a purist or you just buy the music? What do you consider yourself?
He probably wants the first pressing.
Yeah, I want the
it's
first.
Gonna, it's gonna sound the best.
I want the first pressing because that's the way Toker taught me when it comes to the rare soul. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's right.
You don't put nothing on CD. You don't play nothing if it ain't original. And that's just what it is. There's rules and levels to this shit. So
Yeah, that's how I learned it.
if you can't get that right, then don't do nothing. Stay out the way. That's simple. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna water nothing down. Respectfully to everybody out there, no disrespect to nobody.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, that's how I see it.
Right.
If you're gonna do anything, whether it's rare soul or funk or any type of compilation, it's like there's levels to shit. So you gotta respect it and you gotta go about it the right way.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, me having the artists and music on my label is a whole different thing. I'm able to make something from scratch. But when you have an original record that was an old master from somebody else, like what you're talking about, you're going to want it at the purest form possible to put out either on a CD or a vinyl or any other way. You're going to want the original because the original is going to give you the best quality and sound. And that's kind of why a lot of these guys like George and Sal and all them had it as a rule to use the original, because your bootlegs are going to have the muffled sound usually if it wasn't taken from the original vinyl, or it's going to have that dull, kind of like I don't know. And then, I just think if you're going to make a CD or make a record or a reissue or put out a compilation like what you're talking about, yeah, man, get it from the source, get it from the original.
Yeah, that's definitely a pride thing, for a collector. That's how I learned it with the doo-wop, try to get the original label because, reissues and all that stuff from my era was frowned upon, it was frowned upon if you were like buying. It's kind of like baseball card collecting, You're not going to go to a baseball card convention and pull up with the fake Babe Ruth and try to say you have a Babe Ruth. You know what I mean? Yeah. All the other baseball card collectors are going to like kick your ass out of there and make, talk their shit. Rightfully so. So like the same principles follow.
They just won't take you serious.
Yeah, they're not gonna take you serious. Yeah, so the same principles kind of follow into the record collecting world. It's like it's just being a purist, because the whole word collector, in my opinion, just being a collector, the word collector is to collect. And what do collectors collect? Collectors want to collect the first pressing,
the rare shit,
the first of anything. If you're a baseball card collector, you strive to get the first of everything. You try to get that top.
Yeah, you want the wow factor. When you get that record, like, oh my god, this is the one that somebody in the group held this record, like in the 60s
this is
or 70s.
It's an original. This is from the 60s.
This is the one. When you put it on, it's like there's no.
So as a collector, I mean that's kind of like that's where I stand with all that. So that's good. That's good to hear though. But I do agree with you.
Yeah,
if you're a collector and you're creating your own kind of arts or work, I mean, it's good to for the gente to know, because word travels, man. Word gets out there. People start finding out your background and who you are and what you're about and what you do. So it's always good to just be be straight up. If you plan to be a straight up person,
Yeah, I mean
that's right.
It's all it's all in the pretty much like a competition type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially for the soul.
You know what I mean?
The whole
it's
soul game.
You don't want to put nothing that somebody put out.
Yeah.
You don't. You know what I mean? And
which is almost impossible.
That was the hard part. That was the hard part for us. I'm sure for Toker it wasn't hard because he was the first one, so there was really nothing, nobody to
fight him off.
But once he created this whole awakening, and I became a collector, because I started in 1996, which is 2 years after I heard Tokers, and I took my basic principalities of originality of doo-wop, I took it into the soul. And then I started making my CDs, and then like I said, all the other CDs came out, and then you never want to, at least for us when we were making out CDs, if you really pay attention to the compilations, like with Lost Soul, Soulful Things, Southside Soul, To Every Story, Linwood Soul, even later on. There's really nobody copying each other. All the volumes have a different song, you know, and that's because the effort that went into
That was in the competition.
that
It was
that-
like you guys were already like, there was judges out there, and the judges were the people. And if you fucked the people over, they were gonna know, hey man, this guy's taking songs from. People looked at it as like, you know, almost like as if you guys wrote the music, but it wasn't like that. It was like a, you know, hey, this is the song. It's on this CD already. It's like bad karma if you put your song that's already just came out on another volume or came out on an old volume. It'd be like, oh man, you're
it's just
stepping on toes.
Yeah, it's frowned upon. You know, it's kind of like a weird unspoken thing that's frowned upon. Kind of like.
Well, you wanna know what's funny is when I was like my age group, it was funny like when all your guys like his stuff came out and then all your guys' stuff started coming out, all the Lost Soul and all the Lost and Founds and Soulful Things, everything, you know what I mean? Big Bad Bay Area, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I remember some of the guys from my group, my age group, hey, who's these people trying to copy your brother? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like showing me these CDs. I'm like, nah, man, they're not copying my brother. Like, come on, man, these are people that are, you know, they're part of the movement and what Toker started. Like, oh, okay, because they, you know, they had no knowledge. They were.
Well, it's good you guys looked at it that way.
They were just seeing it like, you know, like they only seen Toker shit and then they didn't.
Yeah,
they didn't
you saw it as a movement.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's because I knew what he was doing because I seen it come out and then I seen everything else because I remember. I mean, we used to go to the swap meets and we used to see everybody's stuff and we buy everybody's stuff and listen to everybody's stuff too.
So what people don't know is prior to this interview, I've been talking to Chili Man for like the past 6 months, easily, probably even more so. But we've been
more than that, like at least a year or two now.
Yeah, but I mean, we've been really like back and forth because we're trying to get Toker on, and you guys have no idea what it took to get Toker, but we're grateful to have him. Oh. And I've been talking to him, and he was telling me stories over the phone, man. I'm like, man, we got to say this stuff on the podcast. So you just mentioned the Rhodium, and you know, I'm sure Toker is now in full swing. He's selling his CDs everywhere. Yeah. It's his thing. It's it's kind of his creation. And you guys are walking around and you start seeing people bootleg the CDs. Like what was some of the reactions when you guys saw Tokers Oldies and you guys being like gangsters, dog? Like what were some of the reactions?
Well, I remember one. I'll keep it real. There was one time we went to the Rhodium, and it was me, Tokes, and my mom, and. What's up, mama? I love you. We were walking through one of the aisles, and I mean, at that time at the Rhodium, like there was a CD spot like almost every like 20 feet. You know what I mean?
The record CDs were everywhere.
And me, I was into rap. I was into oldies, funk. So I'm young. You know what I mean? I'm a teenager. So I'm talking about this was what was it like 98, 99? I think it was something like that.
That makes sense.
It was around 98, 99, something around that time. And so we're walking through there, and he's over there with my mom. And I pulled up to one of the spots, and this little paisa man, he had CDs for sale. And I was like, hey, let me check it out. So I was looking, and then I looked, and I was like, what the hell? And there was Tokers Oldies Volume 1, 2, and 3.
How did you know they were bootlegged? What gave it away?
Well, because
They're on one.
Volume 1 was purple. Yeah, and the original's blue.
Yeah, so you kind of like, what the hell?
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I was like, Toke, hey, come here, man. And he was like, this guy, his antennas came up. What? And he hurried up and came over. I was like, I handed it to him, and he was like, he looked at it, he looked at me, and he was like, what the fuck? And he jumped over the counter and grabbed the dude by his neck. Where the fuck you get this from? And you don't know saying. What you gonna do is just fucking, I don't know how to remember. Is this some guy? And he was like, nah, man.
Yo lo compró.
Yeah, that shit was real, man. Back, because that started happening, of course. You're always going to have someone that's going to copy something. And yeah, boots were
bootlegged everybody.
Yeah, even movies got boot. I remember when movies,
just, because that was the first time he seen it, so
everything got bootlegged.
Shocked him. He was like, "What the fuck,
bro?" To be honest, to be totally honest, man, I mean, I don't make CDs, but I did a small volume, Monsters 1, 2, and 3, and
when was that? What year?
That was in the millennium, but it was late. It was like 2018, 2017. I think 2017 was volume 1. 2018 and 19 I did. And then the third one I just did USBs because of that reason.
No one's buying CDs.
No. Volume 1 and 2 were bootlegged. I was finding them on fucking Amazon for $5, and I was like, "What?" I was ordering the CD. Like, wait, I haven't distributed none of these fucking CDs. Like, no one's bought wholesale from me. How is this son of a bitch selling these things for $5
on Amazon?
On Amazon. So I ordered one. I got in the mail. Oh yeah, it was just a disc, and it was like some, like sticker,
sticker label. Yeah.
And I was like, man, George wasn't lying, because I know you told me they bootlegged your shit
like crazy.
And I'm like, fucking anything they can bootleg, they're gonna bootleg it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Which, I mean, they're basically boots of boots.
Yeah. But in a sense, they're like our creation, because we put our spin on it.
Yeah.
We put our imagery on it. We put our creativity into it.
Right. It was all your idea.
Yeah. We compile it. It's the music choice. Yeah. We're not the artists.
Yeah.
We're paying homage to the artists. But yeah, in a sense, it's also our works of art. In a sense.
Yeah.
So,
and even
so when someone bootlegs that, it makes you feel some kind of way. Like, oh man. Like,
yeah.
So I've the money, like,
didn't matter.
Yeah.
It was just funny though, because how I stumbled upon it. It was just because honestly, like, I was looking for some Machiavelli bootlegs, because that's when they were coming out, and that was hot at that time. Everybody was bumping it, and my mom's pad was the kicking spot. So I was always, when it came to like, hey, play some rap, Chili, I would play some rap, and I wanted to have all the jams. So every time I would go to the swap meet, that's how I came across it, because I was like looking for the Machiavelli bootlegs, and I happened to just look over, and I was like, what the hell is that? Oh shit. Yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Crazy stories, man. So the future for Tokers, man, is gonna happen.